Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. We are very excited to have you here today for another fantastic match of the DRL playoffs. It is going to be, excuse me, Mr. Psiphicode versus Teddy 59, not A, not B, but Teddy 59C. And it should be a fantastic match up here today. I am joined here by Harv, aka Beard in the Hair. How are you, Harv?
Hello, I am doing well. I'm excited for this game. I've been looking forward to it this week. Thank you so much for having me on commentary. I am very, very excited. I can't wait.
Well, we are happy to have you here, Harv, and of course, we are happy to have each and every single one of you in the chat here as well. As you can see, I just woke up. I'm really, for some reason, laying on the commentary voice very thick here this morning. Yeah, thank you. We appreciate all of you for being here. Being very serious, and hope you all are having a fantastic morning, as it is a big weekend for the competitive Elden Ring scene. Obviously, we have a bunch of knockout matches in the in DRL, as well as the bingo brawlers play in US qualifiers, I believe. Whatever with the official title is, I'm not exactly sure. Yeah. US qualifiers play in for the official season. So yeah, a lot going on here. Rookie Rumble stuff as well. So yeah, it's a great time.
Too. Rookie Rumble started up too here pretty soon, which is very exciting. It's very exciting.
Yeah, it's awesome, and it's a great time to be a fan of competitive Elden Ring, right? And we have a great matchup here today with Sci-Fi versus Teddy, of course. To start, Harv, do you want to tell us a little bit about Sci-Fi?
What can I say about Sci-Fi? What can I say about this guy? He is He is the pinnacle of consistency when it comes to this format. He is consistently in the high 70s. Sometimes he'll break the 80s, which is one of his goals. It was one of his goals in a practice seed. He's done it multiple times now, and he's been putting in the work. Sci-Fi has been putting in the work. So I'm expecting a very consistent gameplay from him on for this seed, and I'm expecting in like the mid to high 70s for him.
Yeah. And for Teddy, he's a very, very strong player who has only seemed to get better in the knockouts, right? Obviously, taking a big win over Type in there in the first round, right? I think, if you look at the qualifier seeds, Sci-Fi is actually 8-0 on the qualifier seeds, but I feel like the knockouts seem to be a bit of a different thing, where it's like, I expect to be here, blah 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 blah, right? But with the pressure of just one game to decide it, right? We've seen already in this league, like anything can happen.
It's like sports. It's like sports, right? Like you got the regular season, which was the qualifiers, and then you have the actual playoffs when it comes, and they don't go together. That's two different seasons in a way, right? You have your qualifier season and you have your playoff season. It depends on how you play in both. Yeah, but they're completely separate.
I mean, there was an absolute dog shit player who was lucked into the #1 seed, and he promptly threw to Rambler, put up an 11. Like what a shitter, man.
You know what though? You're just getting through the adversity of it all, right? You're putting yourself in the lion's den. When you come out of that loser's bracket, it's gonna feel it's gonna feel crazy. It's gonna feel crazy.
And speaking of that, we will find out who will get through the loser's bracket here, as this is an elimination match here between Sci-Fi and Teddy. The winner will move on to play Consta Sama and officially be within the top 16 of the DRL knockouts. I'm very excited for this match, right? I mean, obviously, a little bit of bias towards Sci-Fi, as he is our good friend, but we'll try to keep it as balanced as possible as we can on the commentary here. Teddy is Teddy, just like everyone who's made it in this stage, these are all fantastic players, and no matter what they do, no matter what happens today, whether someone dies 10 times, right, they've earned their place here, and they're worthy of a ton of respect, because it's really hard to it's been really hard to just make it to this stage, right? And we are just so excited to be here and commentate and just see what happens, because we have two of the best players in the world going at it, and no matter what the discipline is, that's worthy of respect, right?
100%. Like getting this far is hard enough in this league, because there are over like 200 people that play it, right? And getting to top 16 or even top 32 is it's a monumental like success when it comes to competitive Elden Ring, I think. Especially when you're going at seeds that like you can't die, it's minimal dying, you have to try to kill as fast as possible. It's tough. It is very, very tough. So yeah, I'm proud of both these players.
This is in a way, an absolutely ludicrous format with the oh my god, wait, what is happening? I need to turn on Sci-Fi's game audio.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
To represent the United States of America. Oh my god, that's so funny. He is the American champion.
Oh wait, the chat can't hear it. There we go. There we go. Chat, we're gonna rock with Sci's audio here for a little bit. We gotta check this out. We gotta see what our boy is up to.
Is that Lady Liberty in the middle? That is, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah. The American flag. Oh my god.
What a difference in starting soon screens we have, as we have one which is just Elden Ring and the other which is completely America filled.
Yeah. Sorry, you couldn't use a better font than what you use though.
No, that font is perfect. That's like how they used to write though.
What, the Constitution font?
Yes, yes. It is.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
I'll use my one semester in law school to tell you that with my legal expertise and knowledge of the American Constitution, that font is perfect.
That font checks out.
Yeah. I mean, Hart wouldn't know that, obviously, because he's, a member of the 51st state up north, right?
Yeah, exactly. We don't have a constitution. We don't even know what a constitution is. We don't know what freedom is.
Yeah.
I'm on state-mandated internet right now.
All right. Well, by the way, I'm going to go ahead and load into the seed here as Sci-Fi is doing his warm-up or whatever he's doing.
I want him. Oh my god! I want him to be just dripped out in America, just like American headband or American bandana, whatever it is. One of like American jersey, all that stuff.
USA, USA, USA.
I hear you, Rambler. I hear you.
By the way, I have loaded into the screen, but I want to see what Sci-Fi is going to do. I don't want to cut him off before I start reading off these starting classes here.
I don't know what what's the how long is it going to take with his intro?
I mean, it's loaded into seed time, which I always like to load into seed early, just in case the starting class pick is complex, right?
Yeah.
Give myself some extra time. I did take a look, some interesting options.
Okay.
So,
I like interesting.
Just for the interest of time, I'll go over kind of the main ones that I'm looking at. Vagabond has Rotten Battle Hammer. So Power Stance Great Hammers, as we all know, are incredible, right?
Yes.
Meanwhile, the hero has the warrior, the power stance class has double Y-hander.
Ooh, I'm not a big fan of colossal swords.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of colossal swords either. Like, they're still really good. Don't get me wrong, but I would prefer I think I would go Vagabond for the Great Hammer. Oh my god!
There it is. There, see. This is what I was waiting for. This is what I wanted out of this, and I love its overlay. It's on the See,
oh my god!
I
It's the
fucking
USA
do
do.
I fucking
Get
do
this
it.
fucking show on the road, baby. My fellow Americans, I may not win today, but I will carry myself with the pride of the American people. And
Why
I
does he
thank
have
you for
baguettes?
nominating me for this honor.
Yes.
It is the red, white, and blue versus the blue, white, and red. Who will emerge victorious today?
Yeah. So
For
if anyone's
The USA.
All right. Thank you, sci-fi. Let's
He
go,
picks a blue
baby.
person. I love it.
So yeah, if anyone is curious, the baguettes are deaths and touchdowns are kills.
Oh my god, I love this. I love it. The
Well,
shirt.
there's also a Statue of Liberty there on the left side of your screen here.
Oh, there is. I didn't even notice
Yeah.
that. Oh my god, there is.
But yeah, I would expect Vagabond here. I think there is merit to Warrior. Also, as another keepsake, we have the Millicent's prosthesis, which is a multi-hit buff as well as +5 dex. So yeah,
yes, I saw that Sai picked that one up, the Millicent's prosthesis.
I'm expecting there are a couple other decent starting classes like Beast Claw, Great Hammer on Prophet, Iron Cleaver, which isn't the best weapon but does have Wild Strikes on Hero, right? And Hero is best stat spread for the most part. I think I would expect both players to go Vagabond. Would not necessarily be surprised if one of the two went Warrior. But I would be expecting Vagabond here and Millicent's prosthesis as the keepsake for both.
Yeah, I think so too. I think Vagabond is the way. Even I like just normal the Rotten Battle Hammer is just a hammer, right? It's not a great hammer.
It's a great hammer. It's a great hammer.
It's a great okay. Yeah, it's a great hammer. So I would just go with that because like you're gonna knock on wood, you're gonna get another great hammer or at least something of that nature in these runs. I know it doesn't always happen, but you could kind of hope for it. But Rotten Battle Hammer is really good because it also rots. It's really good for rotting as well.
Yeah, it can be strong early. Like I think just double. In my opinion, power stance great hammers are the best weapon class or like best build for this. So it is a bit of a double-edged sword, right? If you pick this Y-hander and there's no great hammers in the entire seat, there's not a second great hammer in the entire seat, I would say advantage Y-hander, right? But if you get that second great hammer, advantage Vagabond, right? I think to me that the difference in terms of strength is significantly with the power stance great hammers. So as a result, I think I would go Vagabond here. But like I said, I'd go see a potential doubles Y. If it was a different colossal sword, I think I would be more interested. Zweihander is kind of a beloved weapon. One of the things that's so great about it is its low stat requirements, but obviously in this league, that doesn't really matter, right? Stat recs are turned off. The low weight of the weapon would be another benefit, right? Easier to power stance than maybe say like double guts greatsword, right? But I think if it was double guts, that weapon is just so strong that I would take it.
That's the thing,
right?
That's the thing. When it comes to Zwei, I just feel like it just hits like a wet noodle every time. I just don't think it's strong enough compared to other colossal swords. So I would it's a pass for me every single time I see it. Even when we do like our rando runs and stuff, it's always a pass for me.
It's a great weapon, but it is meant to be like baby's first colossal sword, right?
Yeah,
Low stat recs, light. but not as much damage. So for that reason, I think I would go with the Vaga here.
No, I agree with that. So it looks like they're both going Vagabond for this with the prosthesis as well, which is a good call on their end. Yeah, no, this is a good class. A very good stat distribution too. You start with 15 vigor on this one, so much. That is a good starting vigor right there.
I'm curious. I wonder in the other in the French broadcast what they think of the sci-fi's antics here. Who is doing the French cast today?
Today it's Poppy Grant. He's doing the French, or they're doing the French one.
Well, it should be a good one.
I can only imagine their face when he came on the screen. I love the baguettes and touchdowns. I love it. It's so good. It's so good. That Rambo, the Statue of Liberty, which was a gift from, that is true. It's a gift from France, too. That is funny.
I'll say, I mean, I'm obviously not listening to it, but it seems like the French commentary team was staying, composed, collected, right, ready to go.
Yeah,
I was expecting maybe a bit more giggles, but
they're about business, all right. They're about business.
Yeah,
they want to get in, get out, get to the next one. You know what I mean?
Well, here we go. Our players are officially underway.
All right, it's 10 a.m. or wherever you are. We've hit the clock. We've hit the time.
And side stream immediately starts buffering.
Yep. It's American internet. You know what I mean? Lanedale and Ainsel River.
Oh. I think something is wrong with Size Baguette's touchdowns thing.
Oh, he didn't actually change the overlay. He just put text over the overlay.
I see.
So once we hit a minute, the zones will disappear and it'll look fine.
Okay.
But right now it looks very, very weird. Yeah, it looks very weird right now.
Okay, that's what he did. I didn't know if he actually changed the DLL or just added that. Got it. That makes much more sense.
Yeah. How you doing, Golgoth? How you doing?
All right, well, I will load into the seed here and take a look at the keepsakes. Both players did go with the same class. I did just see what Sci-Fi has, that claw talisman, the single greatest talisman in all of DRL, as most of your attacks are jump attacks.
Oh my god, look what he's wearing. Look what he's wearing.
Oh my god, they have raptors.
Yeah.
See, this is a point where I'm immediately shitting myself because I'm praying to God I either find a second Great Hammer or my opponent did not pick this wise.
Yeah, and they have Dragon Crest as well. So
Dragon Crest is fantastic.
Oh my god.
And that Millicent's, in terms of the physic tiers, they have nothing, no multi-hit or anything. They have Green Spill for extra stam, Dex tier, Int tier, Fire tier, Holy tier, as well as Spiked, right? So the tier is not as strong, but still definitely some utility there. But what a build to start, man. Also, I do immediately see an Ash of War there, Troll's Roar.
Oh, you're good. You're good. You got heavy already off the bat. You can't really ask for more. You just need to get another Great Hammer, and you're off to the races at this point. You're honestly off to the races. How you doing, Lark? Hello. I am doing well. I hope you are as well. I hope everybody in chat's doing well today. All right, we got Sai going through. I don't know if he bought the Ash of War.
No, I think it was expensive, so he did pick up the bell bearing.
That's good. Yeah, like sometimes these Ashes of War are like 10K, and you're just like, well, I can't really do that right now.
By the way, chat, if you do want to Gamba, there are just a few minutes to get your Gambas in. If you would like to Gamba on this game here.
This is gonna be peak gameplay right here for both of them. This is gonna be a high scoring scene, chat.
Yes. Well,
This
so
is gonna
long
be
as they
high
find a
score.
second Grey Hammer, that is.
Yeah.
Two-headed green turtle there.
Oh, okay. Good for stamina. Good for stamina right there. And I think one of their slots has like a talisman that gives you 5 stats, so it's a good replacement for that one, I think.
Yeah, their other talismans, their last talisman slot was kind of whatever. Like they had like faith, or like I think it was 2 fingers heirloom, which if you find like a beast claw great hammer or something could be good. But overall, 2-headed green turtle, much better. The French supporters are out. The French supporters. This has turned from a DRL match into a World Cup match because of the antics of sci-fi here.
Here we go. We're checking grave. Another
second Millicent's prosthesis.
It does, for me, whatever is more comfortable for everybody. I like Harv is what mostly everybody calls me, but Beard in the Hair is just my Twitch name, so it's whatever you guys are.
Oh wait! Oh!
Oh no! Oh no!
USA! USA! USA!
Oh no, Sai.
No.
Oh,
all right.
This is the God seed. No.
Well, that's 1 baguette. 0 touchdowns.
That's 1.
All right, let me just go ahead and end the gamba here. Your votes are locked.
Oh, that does hurt. That hurts. But the one thing that I will say about this, though, the thing that I'll say is that it's at the very beginning, so there's a lot of chances for also Teddy to die as well, and decide to just kind of lock in and just make sure that he's good. Because I know it's a big thing. It can rattle you for sure, but it is early in the game. We've just started, so there's so much game to be played. Right? We still have an hour and 55 minutes of this game.
Yeah, I mean, I was a little worried when I saw the way that he was moving through that graveyard. Like, circling back can always be dangerous because enemies can clump up. Like, I always tend to move in like rows.
Yeah.
Like
columns,
it's always right.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I kind of do it. I just go one column forward and then come back to the other column and then do the other column. That's the way that I run through these graveyards, because like there's always it is a crapshoot of what you're gonna get in these graveyards. It really is.
Well, obviously that is a massive advantage for Teddy, but you know, still a lot of rando left to be played here. Brutal start for Sai though. I mean,
yeah, brutal start.
Regardless of the American bias here, you hate to see that for either play.
Great Omen Killer Cleaver is in Roundtable.
That is fantastic.
You got your other great hammer, right?
Oh no, that's a great axe set for Harf.
Oh, is that a great axe? I thought it was a great hammer.
Yeah, no,
that should be a great hammer.
It's an axe. It's a cleaver.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like a cleaver. Yes. I don't think it looks like a cleaver.
Yes.
I don't.
Miyazaki, you never butchered meat before with your cleaver?
No, I don't have a butchering shop in my 500 square feet apartment. Okay.
Skill issue, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah, it literally looks exactly like a cleaver.
I don't know. Miyazaki, fix your game. This is scripted. Yeah, this is scripted.
In the graveyard.
Yeah, he died in the graveyard. But he's going up to his first boss. So we got Sai going to Liurnia. He's doing the Liurnia thing where he's going to fight this one plus the Knight's Cap, I'm pretty sure. While Teddy, we're going into the Demi-Human family cave for his first boss.
And I mean, this is kind of an annoying first boss. The thing is, Siluria is actually, while still tanky, a much faster fight than say, or like any of the Ordovus like Crucible Knights, because you can just hit them, right? Like
I was gonna say,
the reason why the Ordovus is so slow is not only is he tanky, but he blocks like everything, While with the
Everything.
Siluria likes, you can just hit them, right? They can't block.
Yeah, and plus you can jump a lot of Siluria stuff, like a lot of her like attacks and stuff like that. You can jump. The thing about the Crucible, it's like you have to like hit their shield to like bait them to do a certain attack and stuff, and it gets really long. But at least with Siluria, you can jump a lot of her attacks. Very clean fight so far. The good thing about this is like Crystallians love to just chill in the back and just do a little dance back there. It's great. Until they're ready to go. And we got now Teddy here as well.
He died in a graveyard, Jaja.
Yeah, the classic graveyard. Big kill. Nice kill by Sai right there.
Yeah, very nice job by Sai.
Sai just needs to get into the groove of killing like 4 or 5 bosses, get back into it.
I mean, I think he's chilling. I think he's chilling.
Yeah, I think once he gets through these next 2 bosses, I think he'll be fine.
I mean, obviously an unfortunate way to start, but I can say as someone who, also lost my first match, I think coming out and just having a focus on like, having fun and playing your game, right, is the most important, is very important.
Yeah.
Obviously a shit death, right? But it happens. It's just obviously incredibly unfortunate for it to happen in these circumstances, right? But it does happen.
Yeah. But again, like I said, it's early in the game. We got lots of game to play. Lots of game to play still.
He died in the graveyard by Academy.
Yeah. Now we're gonna get another merchant check here.
Yeah, nothing there.
The suspense will remain.
Yeah, Teddy has a high bait chance according to our model, the rage bait model. The official, I'll pin the message.
I don't know what you guys are talking about, guys. We love the whips in this format. The whips are great. There's a tooth whip in there. Great bleed.
There you go.
Damn imps. The imp strike again. There was imp skeleton. There was just so much of shit there. Does tooth whip poison? You know what? After I said it, Rambler, I was like, is it poison? I think I'm pretty sure
it is poison. It's deadly poison, actually.
But
that kind of makes it worse because the best things with deadly poison are smithing, like the Venfang.
Because that's a somber, right?
Yeah, because what you can do. So there are actually 2 types of poison in this game. There is regular poison and deadly poison. Deadly poison ticks faster. It is more like rot, but also ends much quicker. However, if you take a weapon with deadly poison and then give it regular poison attunement, it lasts just as long as normal poison would, but has the same tick damage as the deadly poison, right? So that's a very strong combo. However, unavailable for somber weapons, is it needs to be a smithing weapon with deadly poison and have poison attunement. So like Venfang, I think, is the classic example that I can think of.
Gotcha. Okay. That's cool though. That's cool that you could do that if you had a smithing style. So both players also skipped Tree Sentinel replacement because it was Snail, Godskin Snail.
Yeah.
So they're gonna be coming back to it at some point.
And with the strike damage weapon, just simply too long of a fight. I feel very confident that both these players could do it with their, in this spot, but it's simply too much of a time loss. And Teddy grabs the Grace. I believe, did he kill? Oh no, he killed. It was a Curse Blade weapon. Sorry, it died so fast. My brain was not working.
Yeah. he grabbed the Grays, killed the boss. Now he's going over to Crucible. So it looks like they're taking the same route right now, through Libgrave, and hope maybe Bernie will have something for them.
Yeah,
Another
I have
great hammer,
tended to
perhaps.
see. I mean, this is not universally true, but in general, I have tended to see some homogeny within routes in these playoff games, where like players don't want to do like they don't want to get like check diffed by their opponent, right? Players would rather just try to do the same thing and just do it better. As Teddy's in trouble there against Gideon.
Teddy is not. For the Gideon, you got to be super aggressive. Like,
all right, he does get it down,
him.
but that was close.
Yeah. This is gonna see if Sai can get through it as well. This is a big fight right here. Like, this is a fight that you could die at any vigor. At any vigor, you could die. Doesn't matter what you have.
I believe Sai should be okay. I mean, Gideon. So for anyone who is having troubles with Gideon, Sai did it absolutely perfectly there. What you need to do is you need to wait right when he starts his casting animation. This is one of the few fights in the game where your reaction time is super important, right? And you need to just hit him and stun him before he gets off the spell, right? But you can't hit him out of neutral, right? Because if you hit him out of neutral, he can roll away and then immediately cast a spell. So you need to wait until he gets into a casting animation, then hit that R1 button, knock him out of it, and rinse and repeat until he dies. Just simply don't let him get off a spell, right? Getting too greedy against Gideon can very easily turn to him rolling away, and then glint blades go up, and then the Mickle and rings come out, and then all of a sudden you're in hell dodging a million spells, right? So you need to get on him quick and then do those R1s. That was a beautiful technique there by Sci-Fi.
Yeah, that's the way you want to do it. And then like it's just like I said, he could kill you in any vigor because of just how much magic damage he does. He also puts the debuff on you, I'm pretty sure too, that you take more damage, right? So like it's just
but you can take advantage of that because he almost always opens up with that debuff attack that he does with his staff, right? It's not 100%, but like 90+%. So you can use that time to cover distance to get up on him.
I love how Teddy is hitting the enemies like killing,
until they're about to die, knows they're gonna die,
and then he runs away.
Runs.
Yeah, and then he just runs away.
And we just saw him get the runes there, so Bernie did die. Oh, a second Omen Killer Cleaver.
Oh my god.
Oh wow, this is a god seed. Power stance to Omen Killer Cleavers.
That's crazy. For sure, Teddy is gonna go back and check at round table.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, you would hope, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Now, maybe lucky to not do this one straight away, as it is Metter with strike damage, and I don't think either player is full upgraded yet. So this is going to be a.
That is true. Not everybody's not full upgraded, so which means that's good for Teddy. But he has to go grab the bell bearing though. He hasn't grabbed the bell bearing yet.
It's this is like a common strategy that I've seen the French runners do, where they grab the Grace, kill Bernie, run away. The reason why has to do with his death timing mainly. So fun fact, his death timing is inconsistent. Sometimes, like when you kill him, sometimes he dies immediately. Sometimes he takes a while to die. In order to ensure that you get the bell bearing, you have to wait until rune acquisition. That means that he's actually dead. So like for instance, I don't run away like that, but you'll see, myself or other runners who do the just kill him, then grab the Grace strategy will stand by the Grace for a second to make sure that they got the 2000 runes, to make sure that Bernie's fully dead. If you don't actually kill him, you will still get the boss, right? Because all you need to do is make Bernal a non-friendly NPC, which is required by either hitting him 3 times or doing like 40% damage or so. NPCs auto get mad when you do enough damage to them or hit them 3 times. But you will not be able to kick up the bell bearing because, well, he's still alive.
Yeah. That's what I do. I usually just punch him 3 times and then hope for the best. But I think it's probably better to do it the way they do it, because you can just grab the bell bearing when you come back in, because like he's gonna be teleporting back to that grace anyways. There's a grace right beside it.
There are pros and cons. So like in Randocalypse Season 1, which was a lower power level format because stat recs were on, drop pickup was not a thing, right? Players did a lot more scouting. They would punch him, right? Same thing happened in Randocalypse. Again, use what you get, lower power level format, right? We would also punch him. The main reason for killing him, even if you're not checking his bell bearing there, is that the item drops that he gets are different. So the loot tables in this game are somewhat weird, particularly when it comes to runes. Like you're never going to find a remembrance in this game from an overworld pickup. In normal rando you would, but with these settings, remembrances are only dropped from bosses or key item checks. However, because he is considered a Volcano Manor loot table, right? You can get Volcano Manor style of runes, which once you get to Altus, it goes way up, right? So you can get a Lord's rune or a Newman's rune or one of those, like, I think even a Shadow Realm rune, like one of those big 20k, 30k, 40k runes from Bernie. You will, I'm not going to say never, but almost never find one in Limgrave, because the runes do seem, it's not a true rando where like literally anything can be anywhere. At some point it was changed in the past. I think you used to be able to find like a Lord's rune in Limgrave, but now it's like you're only going to find lower level runes in Limgrave for the most part. There could be some outlier scenarios, but it's very rare.
Gotcha.
Teddy's in a little bit of trouble here against Metter. Seems to be okay.
As long as it seems that he's fine. As long as he doesn't get the next phase transition, he should be fine.
Yeah.
There it is. Good.
A little bit of a time loss, but overall a nice fight. And you know what? While Teddy doesn't know this, it doesn't matter. Teddy could just sit in round table right now and win the game.
I mean, technically, yes. Technically, yeah. He could just chill the entire time. But obviously, these players don't know what the other player is doing. They have no idea if the other player has died or anything like that. So they're going to be playing their seed how they always play their seed.
And we do see, I mean, this is the God build, right?
This is everything that you want. The problem is that the Omen Killer Cleaver is 10k from Bernal. That is a lot of money.
Yeah, Sai has to pop some runes here.
10k for that, 8k for the Asher War.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a lot of currency to go through.
Well, in the United States, we'd say green 18k runes. Green 18k runes. Sahut.
See, exactly. If
anyone doesn't know, legendary quarterback from the National Football League, Peyton Manning, one of his favorite pre-snap calls was green 18.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah.
Actually. Yeah. All right, he's got plus 25.
Omaha, that. Oh, I'm a Colts fan, Rambler, so I act like the Omaha days didn't exist, because that was his Broncos time.
We have the CFL here, clearly the superior one. I'm just saying.
Look, it's a live action sport because the receivers can run before the snap, right? It's better.
Oh, we're doing Dragonbarrow. We got Sai going to Dragonbarrow early here. I mean, like you said, the seed dictates where you want to go. You got 2 Omen Killer Cleavers. Probably want to do it.
Still personally always prefer going to the other merchant first, just because it's an easier face check. All right, Sai is going to be looking to run here, but he's trying to be very tactical about how he does so, because that sunflower is on his ass.
Yeah. Oh my god, he's destroying the temple. I mean, he's got the grace now. He's I think he's fine.
Yeah, I
He
mean,
can come
you
back
don't,
when he needs to.
it's kind of wash grabbing that grace, but I think he just felt like that was the safer way out of the situation.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a scary boss to have there. In Dragonbarrow, very first boss you see with like you're not very like tanky as well.
Because Sai
tough.
is
Like,
not. He has his rune arc and things, but he's not quite at 40 vig yet. I think he's at. I think I saw 36, right? Which, I mean, me personally, I do like to hit that 40 number before I go Dragonbarrow, but like ultimately, is it that big of a difference? No.
Yeah. Something is shooting Sai, right? Oh wait, is this?
I know what it is. I know what it is by the arrows. It is one of those, the little guys from the underground in Nokron. That is what it is.
Oh yes.
I know what it is, because dude, I'm such a nerd. I just saw the arrow and I knew exactly what it was. I'm such a freaking nerd, bro. Told you. There he is.
See, there he is. Oh my god, that's so funny. Yeah.
See, this is the type of expert commentary when you have a true dweeb. You know, someone who has not seen the light of, who has not touched grass in, you know, decades. This is the type of expert analysis that you get.
There's the birdie there. He's gonna see Omen Killer Cleaver. He's gonna probably grab Omen Killer Cleaver most likely here. Yeah, there it is. He died at a graveyard, Ellie. Looting. Two back to back. Ghost Flame
Also,
Dragon.
the odds of this one being the spawner are higher. I also do know that this guy's weak to strike, but I agree with Sai's call here. Like, you have jump attack, talisman, like Raptor's Black Feathers, all the multi-hit stuff, right? Like, I think you just jump. Oh, the first one was the spawner? Okay.
Yeah, we already had the ads one.
Yeah, like in this situation, when your build is so strong for jump, unless if you were to also have like power stance great hammers, I think the answer in this situation is just simply jump, right? Like even worse damage type, better damage type, whatever, I do more damage, right? And Omen Killer Cleaver being standard damage is never going to be that bad, right? Like there will be some fights where it is like it's not always going to be optimal, but it's never going to be bad.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah, you know, I wear the Turbo Dork badge from Bushy with honor and pride, personally. It's a compliment.
We're seeing Teddy really putting a lot of time into Roundtable right now. This is a very tricky seed because the two weapons that they want, they're both 10k each.
Yeah.
Right? The Ash of War that you want on it was also 8k, so the economy is all messed up in this.
Yeah, and I think just looking at his health bar, it's very possible that Teddy already leveled a bit. Like this is one of the reasons why I always wait to level like it beyond the initial round table until I have 2 plus 25s, but obviously that is a riskier strategy. And at the end of the day, the name of the game for Teddy, he doesn't know this, but it is just simply don't die, right? And he would be the champion and advance to the next round, right? I think
exactly.
You know, for Sai, the good news is actually, I think it's obviously so easy to tilt when you die. The fact that the location in which he died, he then had another 5 minutes to go get all his mind together, right?
The fact that he got a remembrance from that boss.
Dude, there have been a lot of remembrances early here.
Yeah, Dancing Lion for Sai as well when he killed the Ghost Flame.
I've seen so many remembrances early. And look at how much better the damage is just with this jump build, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, if anyone's wondering, it is the, you know, Deathless Randomizer League. And obviously, I think I am the poster boy for this after, you know, I cheated little Aggie. But deaths do not end the match. So if Teddy does not die, it does not matter what his score is, he will be the winner. But he doesn't know this, and if Teddy does die, then both players have died once, so it's a wash, right?
Yeah.
Also, the player who does die, like Teddy, must surpass the score of Sai when Sai died. Obviously, Sai's score was 0, so that's not exactly relevant right now. But that is the other piece of this.
Yeah, so it looks like Teddy just starting with the weapon, like he's just starting with this right off the bat, instead of going with the.
Yeah, I mean, I think Sai clearly learned from the mistake, right? Like, obviously, Strike is better, but 2 Omen Killer Cleavers with the jump attack buffs, all like Raptors is 10%, and Claw Talisman's 15%. And to be honest, I'm actually not sure if that is multiplicative or additive stacking, but regardless, 25% damage on these is just going to be better than like a 25% damage boost to these is just simply going to be better than using Strike, right?
Yeah. Teddy's got to be careful here. He's going right into the skeletons.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always curious to get into the psyche of players, and I don't like to ask them beforehand, especially in a situation like this where like I'm friends with Sai, right? So I very well could tell Sai, but like, Sai does have a pace advantage over Teddy, right? He beat him in every qualifier seed, at least on paper. So I always wonder, like, when you're in this spot, is your logic to try to play more aggressively or just to play more safe and simply not die, right? Hope for a potential death from your opponent, right? I think everyone, like, both avenues are very fair, right? Because I'm not sure what the exact statistic is, but we've seen a death in probably half the playoff matches, right? And it might be that your statistical best path to victory is to just play safe and hope for a death from your opponent, right? Rather than trying to make up a pace gap, right? For if you are the, quote unquote slower player, given what we've seen from the qualifier seats, right? And I don't know what Teddy's strategy is. He does seem to be playing pretty aggressively right now. I think some of it is also based on the seed too.
I mean, the seed will allow you to play aggressively, right? With
I think if it's a god seed like this, I'm immediately inclined, like if I was at a pace disadvantage, immediately inclined to start having to push the pace.
Yeah.
In my opinion, after a death, I think you just need to simply play your game, right? The most important thing is to just not let it get to you, right? Because like I can tell you, like, it happened to me. I died once, and my second death was just stupid. Like, there was nothing else I can say other than the fact that it was stupid, right? In my game against Rambler. I think you simply just have to put your head down and play, right?
Yeah.
I will say, after I died the second time, I pretty much knew I had lost, and then at that point I just said fuck it, right? Like, I'm just gonna go big, right?
Yeah. And plus your deaths were early too, so you kind of reconcile that, right? That's one of the bigger things I think that a lot of people don't like. If you die like an hour and 50 in or something, it's tougher, right? Because it's fresh.
Yeah. Also, in some ways, I think a death can be somewhat beneficial to your psyche, because like coming into this game, right, you have all these nerves, like, I can't die. Like, that's the main thing you're thinking about, right? Like, obviously, you're concerned about your pace and things, but you're mainly just thinking, like, don't make the crucial error, right? Then you make the crucial error, and it's kind of like, in a way, it's almost like the pressure is lifted if you're able to reconcile with that, and you just simply say, you know what, I'm just going to play, right?
Agreed. Oh, we got the laser.
I will say, though, I mean, that is the best strategy. You're right, Race Christie. The best strategy is to put up a great
Yeah.
score and not die, right? Like that is obviously the best strategy, but unfortunately, it's not always possible.
If I could do
right?
that consistently, oh my god.
And I think you see it here too, especially because like the reality is in this league, in one thing that is, should be, I think, understood by those who are watching, right? With few exceptions, Lil Aggie, Forza, but even Forza, like we saw how nervous he was just based on his heart rate, like going into his games, right? For a lot of these guys, this might be the biggest stage that they ever play on in their career, right? This event has been so wonderful, right? While people within the grassroots community do have competitions, you're normally not playing with this many eyes on the game, right? So this might be the biggest stage that you ever play on, just in terms of how much like league interest in your match and that sort of thing, right? And that can be very tricky to navigate, right? For some people, it's not a problem, but for others, it can be stressful, right? Like, the reality is, even though these people, some of them are, smaller streamers and these sorts of things, like I had someone say, like, I was made really nervous because, I love Gino and I watch him all the time and he was commentating my game and, it made me nervous, right? Like, this is, for a lot of people, those who inspired me to start streaming are now actually watching my game, like, holy shit, right? And that's a hard thing to deal with, right?
Yeah, for sure. I agree with that. It's a level that a lot of people don't really kind of fathom when you first are in it, and it once they start thinking about it, it can kind of change how you feel, how you think, and stuff like that, and how you perform. It'll change. It changes how you perform.
Because the reality is that, like, a lot of us.
Oh, don't leave.
Oh, Teddy has to go back.
Yeah. You got the escargot. If you don't kill a snail, what happens?
The boss just doesn't die.
He doesn't respawn anything, right?
No, he does. It resets the fight.
Oh, okay. So you just leave him there? But what if you're still in the fight and you just leave him there?
Oh, I don't know, actually. I just genuinely don't know. But yeah, I mean, because one thing that is important to remember, chat, is like, for those of you who are, just like viewing and watching this and stuff, like, the reality is most of us, not all, but a lot of us, were in the exact same spot that you guys are in just a little bit ago, right? For some people it's 6 months, for some people it's 2 years, right? In a lot of ways, like, we were just that, Twitch chatter, right? Not too long ago. So yeah, like being in this sort of spot now, like, these guys have worked so hard, and it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, put a lot of work into this, a lot of work, because like training for this kind of stuff, it's tough, because like you have 2 hour seeds. It usually takes about 2.5 hours because you're gonna be, doing a lot of like all the warping is all in-game time, so it's tough. It's long. It's a long process.
Infilia, thank you so much for the Prime, by the way. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for this support.
Renala 1. We love Renala 1, don't we?
We do love Renala 1. Thy faith lieth under my moon.
Hopefully he can one-phase this, mainly because if she comes down and she spawns a child in a way different area, it can be very annoying. It looks like he'll one cycle for sure, so.
Yeah, and both players are moving nicely at this stage of the game, as we would expect, right? For those who are score watching, right, I think the most important thing that we're kind of looking out for are like major fights, in terms of like times where players have either like an absolutely beautiful fight or, make mistakes and very clearly lose time, right? In terms of keeping the difference in the score. Again, obviously, all of that is moot unless Teddy dies, right? But players have, like, you can see Sci-Fi and Teddy have two very different routes here. By the way, I do love the smart resourcefulness, and I think this is a fight where Teddy has the advantage, right? Granted, he gets absolutely clapped by Borealis, but I think overall, like, RNG aside, I can't remember exactly what size RNG was. I do remember that Sai switched to the battle hammer because this boss is weak to strike, which normally would be the correct call. I think with the buffs that they have for their setup, Sai maybe getting too smart, too many neurons firing in the brain, right?
You have great Omen Killer Cleaver in both hands. I would never switch from this at this point. Never switch from this.
Especially because it's standard, right? If it was slash damage, for example, like, so for those who don't know, like, damage type, like, standard damage it's standard, right? It's typically never going to be the best, but it's also not going to be terrible. It is your standard physical damage, right? Then there are the specific damage types of slash, pierce, strike. Those can be very good or very bad. They're more volatile depending on the boss's resistance table. But yeah, I think because the cleavers are standard, you just rock with them. And to be fair though, strike is also, while it technically does have some fights where it's not great, i.e. noble, overall, no, right? Like, it just always kind of works.
Yeah, Teddy also did use a grease, which is good. Like, you use the resources that you have with you, right? He's got a bunch of freeze greases. He used the dragon wound grease, I'm pretty sure, for that as well. So, like, use what you can get, right? Yeah, now we see Teddy going over to Weeping. He's going to be doing the Weeping sweep now as well. Their pace is, like, I think Teddy's just done a couple extra bosses. He did the 2 bosses in Liurnia with the Spirit Caller Catacomb and the Tree Avatar up there. So that's why he's got a couple, like, he's about at the same amount of bosses now at this point. They both have Omen Killer Cleaver.
They both have 2 Omen Killer Cleavers.
Yeah, they both have both. Yeah, they both have both. My English. Oh, that is not the scream you want. That is a time waste for sure for Teddy there.
Yeah.
But he got the kill. He's on to the next one.
Yeah, I'm looking through this resistance table, by the way. Nothing is in the game is more than 40% resistant to strike.
So it's just I feel like strike and standard are like the best things to have when it comes to pierce and stuff. Like you were saying, it's much more volatile. It's like things just have higher resistances when it comes to those.
It does depend also
types.
on the format, right? Like, you know, if you're playing a more curated rando list, where, for example, like, because there are some formats where, like, you're only going to see one Tibia Mariner, and you're only going to see one Deathbird, and you're only going to see one, you know, Death Rightbird, right? On a lot of the main bosses, like the major bosses, strike and pierce and standard perform better, right?
Yeah.
Or pierce and slash perform better. But strike is so good on Crystallians, Watchdogs, Ghost Flame Dragons, you know, even just dragons in general, like Borealis, who is 80% resistant to the other damage types, right? Tibia Mariners, Deathbirds, Deathrite Birds, right? And how many of those are you going to see over the course of a pure rando run, right? Of those 207 bosses, how many of them are those repeat side bosses that Elden Ring loves to put in that seem to be pretty universally weak to strike, right?
Yeah. Sai also likes to use the strategy of not having his right hand in his hand when he goes to a boss fight, just in case he sees Mimic Tier. So he likes to keep that just oh, we got an Ash of War.
Yeah, Shriek of Sorrow.
Yeah.
Very good Ash of War, by the way. I need to double check if that is a weapon buff or a body buff. Let me double check. Because it is a very strong Ash of War. So for those who don't know, it is a 40-second buff. And it gives you a damage boost based on your current health, as well as +5 strength, right?
Really?
Yes, it is very strong.
That is
and even if you are at max health or 85 or above, it is still a 10% damage buff, right? It's an incredibly strong Ash of War. I do need to check though if that is a weapon buff or a body buff. It is a weapon buff, so that is kind of worse than a body buff, right? Okay. What that means. So for those who don't know, there are 4 different types of buffs in Elden Ring. There are your unique buffs, which means that like they work always and, you know, will not override with anything. So think of stuff like your physic tier, right? Your physic, right? That is always going to apply universally. You know, you can only have 2 physic tiers in, but outside of that, like no other buff is going to override your physic, right? Then you have your aura buffs, and there are aura buffs, body buffs, weapon buffs. You can only have one of each. Or in the case of weapon buffs, if you're power stancing, only one on each weapon, right? Yes. Aura buffs and body buffs will affect everything. A weapon buff will only affect the one specific weapon, right? Aura buffs are like Golden Vow. Body buffs are like Boiled Crab or Flame Grant Me Strength, right? And then weapon buffs are things like Greases, that sort of stuff. Some Ashes of War are body buffs, or aura buffs even, but Shriek of Sorrow is a weapon buff, which means that +5 strength and +10% damage will only apply to the one weapon with Shriek of Sorrow. So in this format, that does make it kind of worse. If it applied to both, that would be way stronger, right?
Yeah.
But still a nice Ash of War. Sci-Fi died in the at the very start of the game. He was looting the graveyard by Raya Lucaria, and unfortunately one of those damn imps got him, which, you know what, it happens, but you know, it was early on in the game. He's playing very well right now, and
he's doing great,
you know,
right now.
At the end of the day, if Teddy gets through this Deathless, doesn't matter what his score is, he will be the champion, or the winner of the game. Obviously, he does not know that. So, you know, for Sci-Fi here, it just simply play your game, right? Obviously, avoid that second death, you know, and hope that things go your way, right? In terms of Teddy, you know, falling or dying, you know. Obviously, we don't hope that for Teddy, right? We hope that Teddy you know, plays great. But if you are in Sci-Fi's camp or Sci-Fi himself, yeah, you're gonna need Teddy to die if you're gonna win this game.
You're
right?
hoping for something to happen. Yeah, you're hoping for something to happen. But yeah, it does look like he only has 2 touchdowns, because I don't think he didn't space his.
Yeah, he didn't space it properly.
These 2 bosses here for Teddy should, or these like last 4 or 5 bosses should finish his Limgrave and Weeping here, because he has finished Patches already. He's finished Murkwater already, so this should finish that, and then he should go into Liurnia after this, unless he goes all the way to Caelid, which is a possibility. It does look like Teddy doesn't do early Dragonbarrow even with these weapons, like he didn't even check. So like, I think he's going to be going there quite late. I like the strat of like, I know this usually dictates where you want to go, but I like to go like 3/4 into the game. I know you can get a lot of runes there, like a lot of runes.
Yeah,
but
because I think there is one way of looking at it where it's like you're gonna have to go at some point, right? And ultimately, like especially on a seed like this where it's likely to be so high scoring, right? You need to go at some point. You just need. There's 5 bosses there. They're all really quick to get to at least. You're gonna want to go at some point. with that rationale, it does logically make sense to go earlier than later so that you get the appropriate power scaling, right? And once you reach a certain point, unless you find a great rune or something, you're very unlikely to get that much stronger in terms of damage negation, right? Without the use of, without a lot of those big runes like Dragonbarrow or something. So I do think it's important to go, like, I think the time you go, it doesn't matter. Like it does matter, but whether you go super early or like in the middle of the game, I don't think there's a huge difference. Because being honest, in Limgrave, you're probably not going to see that much of a difference in terms of like you're going to be destroying stuff anyways, right?
Yeah, everything's gonna be
the extra strength. Maybe it saves you a hit on a boss sometimes, occasionally, but
yeah.
I do think once you start to get into Liurnia, Caelid, Altus, and once the scaling goes way up, if you have 10, 15 extra levels, maybe even more in your primary damage stat, you will see a big difference in fights.
Yeah, it's where the fights are like, instead of like 8 seconds, the fights turn into like 30 seconds. So you're going to be hitting more, you're going to be doing a lot more damage, and your fights are going to be a lot faster that way. Like these fights, when you're fighting patches, you're going to four-shot this guy anyways. It doesn't matter what your strength is. Your strength could be as high as like 60, or your strength could be 40. You're going to do this. You're going to kill him in the same amount of hits.
Yeah, I really don't mind, especially because you get so many boss checks in Limgrave that are all very easy. While it's not something that I always do, I do think it's a very intelligent idea to just be like, you know what, I'm gonna nuke Limgrave, right? I can nuke it with whatever, and then I get so many boss checks, maybe I find a great rune, or and at the very least I can get to like 40 strength and or 40 vig and maybe 20 something strength, right? And then at that point I can go to Dragonbarrow, right? I think that's a very fair way to play it.
Yeah.
On a lesser weapon seed, I think you could avoid Dragonbarrow entirely and be okay. I just think with this seed and how good their builds are, they're going to need those points, in my opinion.
I agree. Sai is opting for double cold here for both of its weapons. Which at this point, I think I would still go heavy, right?
Personally, I disagree with this.
I would go heavy. For both of these.
And that being said, I want to be very clear, guys. When I say I disagree with something, I'm a commentator. It's my job to give you my take. Sometimes I'm wrong, right? If you've listened to me enough, I personally disagree with the cold though, and let me explain why. In a normal rando where you are very high skill, where like the fights are balanced in terms of player power versus boss power, cold is probably the best status affinity or the best affinity unless you have a very high amount of strength or dex or whatever it may be. The reason why I don't favor it as much in this format is that you're killing things so fast, you often don't get off the frost proc, right? Cold will overall do lower damage. You might have higher AR, but because of the split affinity with the magic and the standard, right, you effectively do less damage. And if you're not getting off the cold proc, right, because the fight is so fast anyways, it's like, what's the point of cold?
Yeah.
And yeah, Teddy is in hell here. I mean, it's a hell of a fight, but fortunately he's able to deal with it. Just it's one of these things where it's like too big, too strong, right? Like he's got way too much vig, way too much damage, right? Like, I mean, even when he's at half health, right, it would take 6 or 7 shots to kill him from those enemies, right? But still a scary one and well managed there by Teddy. I mean, even there, I do want to point out a point in Teddy's favor. He's playing great, right?
He's playing great.
I did anticipate, just based on the qualifier results, that Sci-Fi would have a pace advantage here. And while it's too early to fully start score watching based on their different pathing, right? They're tied, right? It's 26. Teddy's actually going to take the lead here in a second, right?
Yes.
So I would say, like, I'm very impressed with. Yes, I have said famously that pace is a lie, right? But so
we can't
far,
see the P word here out here, guys.
so far, I'm very impressed with Teddy's pace.
I would say, like, I was about to say, like, so Sai just beat the Dragon Kid of Noxtella in the little ruins. He didn't get one single frost proc on it, right? So like that kind of tells me at that point it's like maybe Frost isn't the way to go. This might be better because he's gonna be fighting a Dragonbarrow size, like a Dragonbarrow scaled enemy. So this might be good with Frost, but it is true. Like you're gonna kill the boss fast.
Yeah, Dragonbarrow is the area where I think that cold has much more benefit because a plus 25 weapon is fair for the boss, right?
Oh, it's Godfroy. If only it was Godric.
Yeah, that is unfortunate just because Godfroy, well, Godric is a bit tankier and takes a little bit longer. Godric gives like 2 to 3 times as many runes, right?
Yeah, at this scale, he could probably give like
But this is a fight where cold is better, right? Like he gets that frost proc. Also, then Godfroy's negations go down, and now you start really chunking, right? So here I do prefer the cold.
Very clean fight for Sai. Very, very clean fight.
Very nicely done.
And now we're going to see Noxtella for Teddy.
I also will say, I think Dragonkin Soldier of Noxtella was a poor fight to compare it on just because that guy's super frost resistant.
Oh, that is true. Yeah. That is true.
But I do think your point holds, right?
Yeah. I just think like you're not going to get the frost off of on these enemies, especially if you're doing 4 jump attacks.
Yeah.
And you're done, right? We're going to see what's in this Everjail now for Sai. Sai down by 2, but a little bit further into bosses when it comes to this side of the map as well. But he also does have Turtle Pope set up. He has Turtle Pope set up to keep going. We got Lord of Blood.
And I will say, Teddy, has the ability to potentially join, Mr. Dr. Raven here as one of our Cinderellas, as we like to call them in the United States, lower seeds going on big runs, right?
Yeah.
Currently the lowest seed, this will actually be the final player in the top 6 who makes the top 16, right? Those who did make the top 16 are Rambler, Forza, Kajuro, Plural, Rakashane, Roman, Helios, Iron, Pearl, Neora, Constasama, Hoosier, this shitter right here, ENSG Master, Mr. Dr. Raven, and Serious Challenges. As of right now, Mr. Dr. Raven is the lowest seed to make the top 16 at the 26th seed. Teddy has the chance to be another one of the Cinderellas, right, if the shoe fits, and make it into the top 16 as the 28th seed, which would be also like a very impressive early run, right? Beating Typin, who was the #1 overall seed in DRL Season 1, right? And now beating potentially having an opportunity to beat the #7 seed in psiphicode, right? I mean, Teddy's going to be one to watch here potentially in the rest of these matchups.
I was talking about this yesterday. I was very, very surprised. Like I'm always constantly surprised with Dr. Raven's gameplay, just killing it so far and getting this far into this tournament. And he's got a big match with Sirius, but if he can hold his own, that's massive. That's huge.
And also, if Teddy does win this match, smaller sample size, but maybe a bit of a point to those who are already in the losers bracket, right? showing that like, hey, you know, just because you had a, you know, lesser qualifying isn't super indicative of your exact level, right?
Yeah.
Because as of right now, the players who got knocked down from the winners bracket, so the initial top 16 seeds, versus those who came up from who are coming from starting in losers bracket, in those matchups, it is 4-3 right now in favor of those in losers, or who started in losers, right? And if Teddy wins today, it would be 5-3, which, you know, maybe a bit of an advantage to those coming from losers, right? So for all of our Cinderellas out there, people looking to make the God run from the losers bracket, you know, maybe a bit of hope. And copium,
I will say the losers bracket, losers bracket is a bloodbath. Okay,
it is a bloodbath. It is a bloodbath. I will say, and I'm not just saying this because I'm there, but if anyone who got knocked down to losers early ends up winning this league, it would be one of the most impressive runs I think ever. Right?
Yeah.
No matter where you're going, like if you were to start in the losers, right? So for example, for those who are still in serious challenges, Mr. Dr. Raven, Consta, Pearl, and potentially Teddy, right? You have to win 10 games in a row in order to win the league, right? 8 matches to make the grand finals, and then you have to win 2 back-to-back in the grand finals, right? It would be one of the most impressive, probably the most impressive run in at least Elden Ring esports, right? If someone was able to make the Odyssey through the losers bracket.
Yeah. It is crazy down there, but you know what? It's one game elimination. That just means you have to play your best, and you're gonna try to bring out your best, right?
Yeah,
that's what brings out the best out of these players. So
yeah, I mean Hercules had 12 trials. Well, the losers bracket's 10, and if you count the qualifiers are 2, right? Like you're basically Hercules.
Yeah, exactly. This is your is this your Odyssey?
Well, Odyssey would be Odysseus, right?
I'm thinking of Odysseus. Yeah. Odysseus.
I said Odyssey earlier.
Yeah. We had a really hard boss here in Celia Crystal Tunnel, guys. Soldier of Godric, you don't want to mess around with him. So it looks like we're doing the Caelid Gambit here, which is about, I want to say like 6 bosses, like pretty much back to back, like just all 6 bosses.
I love this chain. This is my personal favorite chain in the game. And I think that's true for a lot of runners because it's snappy bosses back to back to back, and also things are at a good scaling where, like, don't get me wrong, we like to fight as much fun it is to like one-shot stuff in Limgrave. Most of the runners prefer to have a little, you know, give and go with their boss, right? And I think this is like the perfect scaling where nothing's too dangerous, right? It's not like I'm so worried about getting just completely wrecked, but also you do have to actually, well, maybe not with this build, but for normally you have to fight the boss a little bit. Like I think for many runners, including myself, this is the favorite chain in the game.
Yeah, imagine trying to fight bosses. Couldn't be us, or it couldn't be these guys. The fact that these guys started with 2 jump attack buffs is kind of crazy to me. Like that's,
I mean, really 3 if you count Millicent. Yeah,
Millicent is, and it's a Lane Delcy,
and
like,
Dragon Crest Great Shield too, because the jump build, the downside of it is that you do trade a lot more. And if you get hit while jumping, you're taking instability damage, which is a damage modifier that your character takes if you are, you know, in an action while you get hit versus just standing still. So you could take a lot more damage. Having Dragon Crest Great Shield is just so nice. And makes the jump build even more effective.
Yes.
Great defense increases your efficacious dose of jump.
Big words. Quick Godfrey fights for both of them right here.
Yeah, I think Sai really does need to go to heavy though.
Yeah, I think at this point, because like that boss doesn't frost at all, right?
I wonder if this is a bit because of boss rush. How I was saying in boss rush, I was just running cold the entire time, and it had been working out well for me.
Yeah.
But boss rush is very different. It's a different.
Yes.
Yeah. Because the bosses are tankier.
While. Yeah, it took my brain a good like 2 days to like get out of DRL mode in boss rush, where bosses actually attack you back. You know?
I mean, I made an argument yesterday that in the boss rush format, there's a real case for Great Katana being #1, like the best weapon, better than Starfist, better than Omen Killer Cleaver, with the way it's currently built, right? Boss rush, or in this game mode, not the case. You'll pretty much never see Great Katana in DRL, right?
No,
and that does go to show
you
how like weapons can be good or bad depending on the format, right? Like this is DRL is probably the worst format I've ever seen for Great Katana. Great Katana has always been one of the top 5 smithing weapons, right? Where it actually ranks
I love
is
it.
up to there. But in DRL, with the rise of this jump meta, the jump attacks on Great Katanas are just simply not as good. And raw AR is valued over status effects, right? So you are seeing like different weapons be good, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think
the heavy versus the cold. The heavy versus the cold is real. Like I think
look at this difference right here, right? Like this fight was pretty much done.
The same buffs. I'm not exactly sure how they allocated their stats, right? But Sci-Fi should be higher level. He's killed more high value bosses, as Teddy gets rocked there by Loretta.
Yeah. And this is where Frost doesn't come
the
into
cold,
play again.
the cold is just a mistake here. I think in DRL, cold really only makes sense in Dragonbarrow or maybe early game, right? At this point in the game, I would stay away from
42 strength for
Teddy.
For Teddy now at this point. How you doing, Darth? Hello.
Welcome in, Darth.
So this is also something that now players are starting to do, is get this this duelist cave at this point, because you're just putting the Stone Sword keys in, and then you're going from the other end of the cave to fight the boss. Correct? So
let me talk about it for a second, actually, because I've done testing on this.
Okay.
There are pros and cons, right? So first, let's talk about the Caelid Catacomb way. Or actually, first, let's just talk about raw time. If you get the skip perfectly and you can warp here, the problem is now Teddy has to mog. If you can warp and you get the skip and everything perfectly, this is faster by a matter of seconds, right? But in the case where Teddy is right now having to mog there, what Sci-Fi is doing is faster. Right, going to the catacomb. Now,
gotcha.
The point in the favor of the duelist route is that it is overall safer, right? We've seen plenty of players die in this catacomb. You have to do a skip down. You have to do a skip down, which, while not the most difficult skip in the game, anytime you are suspending yourself in free fall, you can very easily miss a jump and die. Right. So I would say the point is that the point in the duelist route's favor is overall that it's safer. While it is in theory a time save, I find that it very rarely actually is, because you have to mog, and because the skip that you have to do to enter the duelist catacomb from the back, while it does have no risk of death, right, which is a big plus, it is overall a harder skip to execute. But Teddy's in trouble here. Teddy's in massive trouble. Teddy goes down.
He dies.
Teddy goes down.
He goes
oh my God, we have a level.
Okay.
This game is now level, folks.
Yes.
It is 36
Oh my God. And also, Sai got Godric's Great Rune.
Yeah, I mean, chat, we are an hour left in this game. Let's wipe the table clean. Score is even, deaths are even. Here we go, right? Cinema.
Here we go. This is huge.
We are
this
so
is
back.
massive. And now Sai has turned
Yeah,
to heavy as
at
well.
this point now, obviously builds and things are different, but score and death wise, this is a fresh start to this game with an hour left to go, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not so sure if, you know, like obviously Teddy did give it away in the sense that like he died, right? Like if he just didn't die, he would have won. But
Yeah.
I will say, I expected that Sai would have a more significant pace advantage given the qualifiers, and that has not been true, right? The pace has looked very even between these two players, right? I thought that Sai would have more of a pace advantage. He really did not. Like it seems pretty level. So here we go. I mean, flip your coin and let's see who will win.
Teddy
match
really
just
tried
got a
to
lot
be
more
very-
interesting.
Yeah, he really tried to be really aggressive with that avatar and
Yeah.
try to get that kill before the golden lands came out, but that's tough.
It's so
It's
easy.
tough.
Like if you watch any of us, you know, most of us will have died a lot to avatars doing that exact thing that Teddy did, right?
Yeah.
It's so hard because that attack is so stally and loses so much time. And it's just like, I could just get this jump off and then I don't have to deal with it, right? Surely it'll stance break. Surely it'll kill, right? And then in most of the time, to be fair, it does work. But when it doesn't, the results can be disastrous.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very dangerous, don't get me wrong, but I also understand, like, because I've done it so many times. It's so easy. I mean, Sci-Fi died to an greeting against an Earth Avatar on qualifier seed 8, right? It's so easy to do because that
to be
attack
fair,
is
though,
so stally. And,
Yeah.
you know, a lot of these players are speedrunners, right? Or, you know, competitive rando players where, you know, deaths typically aren't, in most rando formats, deaths aren't punished outside of the time loss, right? So as a result, like, it is in the nature of players to focus so much on speed, right? Like, as to Sci-Fi's point, at the end of the day, if you click on the website, right, it does say Deathless Randomizer League Season 2, but the first actual words other than the name of the league is defeat as many bosses as you can in 2 hours, right?
Yeah.
Which
Exactly.
goes towards greed, right?
Yeah. Kill as many bosses as fast
Yeah.
as you possibly can. Yeah, we have an even playing level now. 38 apiece, 1 death each.
To me, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes are the most crucial point for, right? Obviously outside of the end, like, you know, the end of the game, but I think these next 5 to 10 minutes are absolutely crucial for Teddy. Do not
Yeah.
tilt.
Ooh.
Do not tilt. Like, just play your game, right? Because we have seen deaths. 1 death can turn into 2 very quickly.
Huge. Good Plasty right there. Very, very fast. Looks like he might be going Dragonbarrow now, but he's going to see the same thing. No, he's doing the Duelist. He's doing the Duelist one. That's all that. Thomas dying right at the end. 84 to 79.
Yeah, and, you know, massive congratulations to both players in our other game, by the way. I mean, a hell of a performance from Kajuro, right? And a great performance from Thomas today, too. Like, 74 to 89, 84, 79 to 84, 2 fantastic scores. And at the end of the day, you know, the better player won on the day, right? So massive congratulations to Kajuro. For Thomas, he is not out. He will drop down to the losers bracket. And those matchups will be as follows. So Kajuro will now move to play Forsa. Meanwhile, that is W10. So Thomas will drop down to the losers bracket and he will play the winner of Constasama versus the winner of this game. And as you can see, Teddy there got in a lot of trouble, man. I'm just gonna. I should update the pin, but I'm just gonna do the rules now.
Yeah, I think you can just remove the pin because we know it's even now at this point. So
yeah, that was what I was a little nervous about for Teddy, was that tilt, right? That death seemed very uncharacteristic. There is a bit of a fallacy that can be made up in a player's mind where I died, so I must now create pace somewhere, create speed.
Yeah. You feel like you've just lost so much time.
Yeah. And as a result, that's where you see players start to push more. Teddy does see that Sunflower is able to run away nicely. Yeah. Hey, Jaja, you can reduce it to 3. You're talking to the 3-tick god, because I love greeting abductor virgins and getting grabbed. So, you know, you can reduce the fastest I've ever seen. The lowest I've ever seen humanly is if you mash. I'm on controller. I mash my triggers. I'm not sure if other buttons work or whatever. But yeah, if you get grabbed by a virgin, you do mash, you can reduce the amount of ticks that they do. The lowest I've seen humanly is 3. I'm not sure if you had like an auto fire thing, if you could reduce it to 2, but.
Yeah, I wonder if you can. How you doing, Azaz?
Azaz. That's big AZ in the house. What's up, man? Good to see you.
So the first boss, Knight's Cap, easy.
Yeah, so here, I know the other match just ended, so let me give you guys a little bit of a replay here to tell you guys what's going on. So, game starts. They both started with Rotten Battle Hammer, but they had Claw Talisman, Millicent's Prosthesis, Raptor's Black Feathers, Goated Seed, right? Everyone's excited. They find Omen Killer Cleaver from the first merchant. Beautiful. And then the disaster strikes. The imp hits Sci-Fi as he's running through the Academy graveyard, and the Statue of Liberty goes down, right? Then the match seemed to be with Teddy. He was moving well. We felt like Sci-Fi might have a pace advantage going into this match, but that didn't seem further from the truth. They seemed very even on pace, and Teddy had the death advantage. Both players then found the second Omen Killer Cleaver from Bernasti, right? Got upgraded and were moving. But then Elden Stars Jr. came out from the Putrid Avatar, which was located at the Glintstone Dragon Smaragd. Teddy went for the greedy jump R2, and sadly, he fell. And now we've been left with a situation where 1 hour left in the match, both players on equal pace, both players on equal deaths, and everything to play for. So be ready. Cinema.
It is. We're flying through. We got Teddy going with another Dragonbarrow boss, which was the Regalia, or it's one of the Red Bears from the DLC, which is one of the best bosses.
Excuse me for 1 second. I'll be right back.
And we're gonna see a little bit more Dragonbarrow coming in from Teddy. Well, now Sai is just cleaning up Liurnia at this point. Both tied at 42, 1 death each. What is this?
That is.
Oh, these are imps. These are imps.
That's Watchdog with imps.
Yeah.
Teddy's choosing to try to take out the imps first. I had to go get some. Look, after that speech, my throat was kind of hurting. I had to go get some water. I'm sorry.
Oh, you got to be very careful with this. Very careful.
Yes. Does a very nice job though. Like
very nice.
Very nice. Great way to keep your head and execute well, right? Simply drew out some of the imps and killed a few of them. Watchdog came out like just simply. He was kind of just like a doorman where it was like 1 at a time, please. Okay, imp. All right, I'll kill you. Okay, another imp. All right, I'll kill you. Okay, Watchdog now. All right, let me give you a few smacks. All right, you're dead now.
Good Rusu. He's got like no, he's above 300 and something K, which is massive.
And I will say advantage now goes to Teddy in terms of the rune game, right? Sci-Fi does have that Godrick's Great Rune, but also Teddy, both players entered Dragonbarrow. Sci-Fi saw the Sunflower and simply just said, screw it, I'm out, opened the Garronk doors, sat at the Grace. Teddy was bold, brave, courageous, ran past the Sunflower, said, I've never been hurt by a flower in my life and you will not stop me today. And was able to get through and do the rest of Dragonbarrow. But now Sci-Fi has full Deathless, right? Which, while not super crucial, as both of our players have Lane-Del, overall, if you have Lane-Del as a Grace option, it is still better to go Deathless, right? And then you will do Gold-Free Morgott, of course. But it is better to go through Deathless as normal if you have the Lane-Del Grace. If Teddy does not find that other Deathless half, that would be a slight advantage to Sci-Fi. But yeah, I mean, this match is razor close.
The second Deathless half? Where was it?
I believe it was the Avatar, right? The Liurnia Avatar.
I thought they both killed it though. I thought.
Let me double check here.
Because that's when Teddy went there quite early. From what I saw, but I know
it was earlier. It was when I was doing my story recount of the game. Sci-Fi got full Deathless in not Sage's Cave, Stillwater Cave, Stillwater. So that's where the left half of the Deathless is, Stillwater Cave.
Okay, so that's where the Jagged Peak. Okay, yeah. Okay, so that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen at some point. Gotcha.
Yeah, Teddy still has a chance to get it. I actually saw Teddy practicing running through Stillwater Cave before the game today. Anticipate that he goes for it. I will say though, if players are on lower pace, like they're not super comfortable with their pace, that can tend to be a check that players skip. Because it is a somewhat longer check and also an isolated check, meaning that it does not lead to another, right? You run from a Grace that you already have at the beginning of the game, and then go to a single boss, right? And that place is very scary. It's very scary.
We saw what happened to Helios yesterday.
Yeah, I've lost practice runs there. It's terrifying.
Yeah. Now it looks like we got Teddy going up to the other Ghost Flame here, and then we got Margit for Psy.
Man, what a match this is going to be.
This ending is gonna be crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be decided in Altus, right?
Yes, this is.
It also is nice because you know what, clean slate, right? You know what? These players are human. Both of them made a mistake, right? But they're also god gamers, right? They're demigods, right? You know, humans but god gamers, right? And they showed their humanity. They both made a mistake. It happens, but let's see this fantastic gameplay to end out this game. I'm so excited.
I am very, very excited. There's 46 all. Looks like Psy is going to be spawning in the boss at Turtle Pope as well now. So he'll be up by 1.
Yeah, it seems like Psy has a very slight map advantage and also the deck disadvantage, while Teddy could have a scaling advantage. Granted, that Godrick's Great Rune is kind of the great equalizer, right? I think you can say, a little bit of the luck maybe on the favor of Sci-Fi there. He chose to do Stillwater Cave, which Teddy has not done yet. But where I say the luck was that after Exikes, they split. Teddy went to the Duelist. Sci-Fi went to the Semshade Catacomb, right? Semshade Catacomb had Godric, right? I mean, both of those are very justifiable decisions. But Sci-Fi was the beneficiary between the two. Ooh, okay.
Okay, he's good. He's good.
I'm not sure if that's how Sai normally does that skip. Look, scared me a little bit. Cannot lie.
It seems like he was comfortable with it. It seems like he was comfortable with it. Okay. So I think Sai's going to be doing the Avatar plus the Black Knife probably at this point. Get
another scary area. Another one of the probably the dungeon where we've seen the most deaths. Between qualifiers and everything. I mean, it's hard to be 100%, but I believe that is the dungeon where we've seen the most deaths. Teddy died greeting to an Erdtree avatar. I'm gonna really quickly here. This is normal apostle because we've already seen the regular one.
Yo, Lank. How you doing, Lank? This is the regular one, yeah.
I'm gonna drop size stream quality here. Is size stream buffering for anybody else, or is this just a me thing?
Oh, it's buffering for me too.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not just you.
Well, we will manage. I'm sure it'll fix it. You know, normally, unfortunately, with these things, I know a lot of times it's like, yo, streamer, your thing's buffering. And admittedly, it's like, let me pretend to do this and hopefully it'll fix itself. But realistically, I'm just praying that my internet kicks back in. So I'm sure it'll work itself out here.
Too much freedom on the screen.
Yeah. You know, Twitch confines us to this 6K bit rate. They know nothing about liberty, right?
Yeah, yeah. All right, here we go. We got Sai going through the catacomb. There's 2 quick bosses in here, but it seems like it's pretty tame for the most part.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like they're good. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah, nothing too crazy at all. God, dude, why is Link so smart? This guy corrects me about Elden Ring stuff, and now he corrects me about Twitch stuff, man. Come on, Link. Why you gotta be so intelligent?
All right.
All right. Well, that was a potentially scary catacomb. Obviously, depends on what the enemies are. Seemed pretty chill.
Yeah, seems pretty chill this time.
You know, I'm not gonna curse anyone. Teddy's going through it now.
Now the question is Teddy going to do Stillwater before going to Bellum?
Yeah, that is a question, because with this right side Liurnia route, after they do that Knight's Cab, they need to immediately set up Dectus if they're going for it. The other great thing too is that if you are going that Dectus route, of course it is a little offline, but you get a sacred tier for the cost of like 10 seconds max. So like for me, all day, any day, I'm grabbing that. I'd much rather have the survivability. And if anything, it can actually increase your pace, because it, you know, if you have to double heal versus single heal, right?
As long as he goes to Stillwater,
very likely. I mean, it's Stillwater Cave, right? So it's a pretty common check. But it is also possible that it's a common check to do, but also it's a common check to skip, because it is an isolated check, and it is basically on that fringe line where it is like one of the least worth it checks that players still do, right? Yeah, very nice by Teddy onto that guillotine. Very nice. I mean, he is French, so they should know a thing or two about guillotines. But you know, very nicely done by Teddy. By the way, to the French people, I love you. I love you so much. I hope hopefully we're okay to joke. I love the French. I love your community. Thank you.
Blood sucking tear. Let's go.
Totally not worth it.
No, that's not.
Yeah, I agree, Rambler. I hope he does too, because yeah, their pace is so even that, you know, if Sci-Fi wins by 1 point, it's very likely the difference is that Deathless, right?
And there goes the BBK. This is the thing right here. Oh, he's gonna do the. He's gonna go do the Kaled balcony, or the Kaled avatar.
Yeah, it makes sense.
The magma worm.
Okay, magma worm. I will say, it makes sense, for those to do avatars in particular. Typin actually has been nice enough to post a table with the remembrance odds of every single check. And the same would be true for, like, if it's more likely to drop a remembrance, it'd also be more likely to drop Deathless or a Great Rune, right?
Gotcha.
And avatars have increased likelihood of dropping them. I believe that's because they drop multiple physic tiers whenever you kill them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So they have multiple drops that they give. So yeah, avatars are great, are something that you always need to check. Sci-Fi now is the first man into Altus.
Which is fine. Like you're in Altus at 121. You're ahead of schedule, really, at this point, going into Altus. I just decided you need to fix your internet, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, in Home Skeleton, not just impressive for Sci-Fi, but impressive for both players, right? It's very difficult to keep your cool after a death. I mean, I can't do it. So, you know, absolutely props to both of our players for, you know, taking it on the chin and continuing to execute at a very high level.
Yeah. You know what we need to do, Leg? We need to put a fucking what's it called, a heart rate monitor on who's when he's playing his next game.
No, God no. Dude, I don't wear heart rate monitors because I take ADHD meds. Like, I think people would be concerned. I think people would be concerned about my heart rate.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, he's not gonna. Oh, he's looking to get the teleport.
By the way, again, we apologize for size stream lagging. It's on his end. We're just hoping it'll fix itself out. There's unfortunately nothing we can do.
Big kill right there. Very nice.
Teddy's going Erdtree Avatar into here now. You know, it looks like Teddy is doing some cleanup. This next check, if he's doing this catacomb, I feel like he will also do Stillwater, and he has time, right? He does have the time, especially with this build, right? He has probably another 5 minutes or so until he needs to commit to going, needs to commit to Altus. It's pretty equal.
Yep.
It's pretty equal.
Equal.
They've been very equal the entire game in terms of pace. Sai maybe has a very slight advantage, but I would say it's pretty equal. The big thing though is Teddy. If Teddy doesn't find the other Deathless half and has to go backwards capital, right? Obviously doesn't mean game over, right? But it does mean that Sci-Fi would have an advantage. I think Deathless on a Lanedale seed is probably worth about a boss, maybe a boss and a half, right? And the other half of the medallion, who for those who are just turning in, is in Stillwater Cave. That is the single clean route night cave in Liurnia.
O'Neal. Should be very quick here.
Yeah. Very nice. Easy does it.
Oh, Sai's got to quit out.
What happened?
I'm guessing it's his internet stuff that he's. Yeah, it is his internet stuff.
Okay. Zai is going to restart his stream because of his internet. I assume that maybe Forsa told him or something. We did not, but also that's not my business, right?
So crazy enough, Teddy is going through lane Dell.
The timer's ticking. Don't worry about it. It'll adjust itself. It's based on in-game time. So don't worry about the overlay. I will go ahead and just yeah, there you go. It auto corrected himself and added back the time. So yeah, Ketty is going backwards capital. So again, it's not that big of a deal, right? It's not going to it's not like it's Jover for Teddy, right? But
yeah,
that does mean about a boss in favor of sci-fi. If I'm being honest, maybe 1 to 1.5, right, would be the estimate. And he gets a great talent, Crimson +1. We were talking about how Teddy missed out on the Sacred tier by not running Bellum. Well, he got Crimson +1, so I think that's better than the Sacred tier. Yeah,
it is good, but the thing is, like, what do you replace at this point, right?
That is true.
Awesome talismans.
Two-headed green turtle.
You got Millicent,
maybe.
Yeah, Millicent's green turtle. You have Dragon Crest and Jump Talisman.
I'm not removing Jump, Millicent's, or Dragon Crest. So I think if you are gonna remove one, it would be two-headed green turtle.
Yeah, but with Jump build, it's really good to have stamina.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah. All right, we are both players about to hit Altus here now. For Teddy, he's gonna be doing DTS first. I remember on my first year, I didn't know how to get back from this area, and I died here because I jumped off the cliff. Let's hope that Teddy did not do the same thing, chat. He knows. Teddy knows. Onze.
Oh, this is a scary one. This is definitely a scary one here.
But he is smart. He's gonna go. He's going one hand. Well, maybe. I probably would.
Honestly, the crouch attacks are pretty good against Onze.
Little elevation meme there. Oh, there it is. Good job.
Beautiful fight. Great job, Teddy.
Beautiful.
No, they have not done Gold Tree Morgai yet. They have not done Gold Tree Morgai yet. Neither player has.
Yeah, it's like bosses like that are very, very scary. When you have that, or like we always see Romina in a very small arena, or like Death Blightline in a small arena. Like those are the scary bosses that these guys are going to be running into. That you kind of have to like be very, very, very careful. But like if you get easier bosses, then it's not too bad. But yeah, it's some of these bosses that you really have to worry about that can take your HP.
Yeah, Onze will be a scary hurdle for Sai that Teddy's already gotten through very cleanly.
We're gonna see where it's at Deathbird now at this point. And it is Garronk.
So giant octopus. All right, good. He's baited out Garronk, so now just wait for him to run at you.
Yeah, Garronk. He's a feisty one.
Do not chase him too far back in. That octopus can be trouble. And also Sci-Fi has found trouble as he's found solitary here. And there is a Miranda flower that is aggroed. Sci-Fi should be doing the crouch R1s or crouch L1s, that is.
Oh.
Okay, gets it
There,
down.
he's got it down.
Whew.
Very nice, very nice.
A little scary there for both of our players, but able to handle it
Just,
nicely.
A little feisty there, just a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I would say, like, despite the build, this seed is challenging, right? Like, they have a great build, but the bosses are definitely challenging.
I can't wait to see what's peeking a shack, though.
Peek in a shack.
I can't wait to see peek in a shack.
Also, Teddy, by doing backwards capital, might go for the skip, which can be dangerous. We'll see if he does. Because it is
Skip to where?
It is there's a skip that you can take down to the Crystallian.
Yes.
That is
To the
faster,
tunnel, right?
Yeah. Farv knew where that was the whole time. He was just reminding me to be a good caster and explain to you guys, right?
Yeah. Not everybody is privy to the skips in this because everybody does different things.
Yeah, we'll see if he does decide to go for it. If he does, it would be after this kill.
And it's Red Wolf. Oh, Teddy, you got to be careful for this one. Red Wolf can combo you.
Come on, Teddy.
I
Very
appreciate
nice.
Wrecking Ball. I appreciate it.
Okay, and he does not go for
Okay,
the skip.
Yeah, he just goes straight over there. Oh, he's
We're
going
to see what the
shack
shack is.
Nox duo, and he got comboed
and it's just
right off
normal
the
Nox
bat.
duo. At high scaling, this boss can be a menace. Here, you can kind of bully them.
Yeah. Very nicely done.
Yeah, beautiful job there.
Just like that. We're tied
And
again.
Teddy's
Jack.
going back. Teddy still has some stuff in Liurnia, it seems.
He's going. Yeah, he still. Oh yeah, he still has this gambit left, which is the Deathbird into Revenant.
Gets the
He
skip.
still has this. Got Lamenter.
A longer
be
fight
quick.
for sure. I mean, he'll probably only teleport once. Yeah, only once.
Yeah, he'll teleport once.
So he's able to get the double hit there on both the Nox. Yeah, at high scaling, they destroy you. I died to them yesterday. I was doing a boss rush and they were at Radagon and they murdered my ass.
Someone right in front of you. That's the one.
Yep, the real Lamenter they all shoot these smoke balls, but the real Lamenter shoots larger smoke balls. So
Yeah,
that is
I've pretty much-
one way you can identify them.
I've pretty much stopped punching them now at this point in any format because I just wait for the one that has the bigger thing. Because they usually always start with that.
Yeah, I think if it's a very long fight, it is better to punch them, right? If it's a really long fight and you're going to go through multiple phases of having to identify, but if you only have to identify once, then it's not worth it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, and keep in mind, Sci-Fi is about 40 seconds behind Teddy because he had to quit out to fix his internet issues. But I think in this game is razor thin. Margins
Yeah.
are so close.
Because Teddy also has the Everjail, a Hughes Everjail, and Abandoned Cave. He hasn't done those yet.
The Everjail is quick. The Abandoned Cave is longer for sure.
Yeah, but it's still on his list. Like he still has not done that yet.
Sci-Fi is getting some really poor RNG here from the Red Wolf.
Very, very poor RNG, especially
But
when it's
does
got
get
one
it
hit
down.
left. But Sai also
does take the
doesn't
lead,
have
does have the
Dragonbarrow.
lead now. Like, I mean, it has to be just a matter of seconds between the players. If the game does end tied, the tiebreaker is whoever killed the last boss first. So if they both tie it, if they both end at 75, for example, it's whoever killed the 75th boss first with respect to their in-game time. That will be our winner. As we see ADM here, always a scary one. Thank you for the rage bait link. Teddy does not seem to know about the crouch R1s. Meanwhile, Sai is just Sai. This is an advantage for Sci-Fi because Sci-Fi did Sage's Cave early. He knew that this was earlier. He saw what the boss was because Lanciax flies, right? Knew that this was ADM. Switched back to Wild Strikes on one of his weapon. Very heads up play by Sci-Fi. You know, unfortunately for Teddy, just not something he was even able to do because of the lack of Dectus, right?
Yeah, and the heal
but a very intelligent play by Sai there. Oh God. Teddy's in trouble here. Also very close to getting, not very close, but a few hits from bleed proc.
Oh, that was close. Very, very
nice.
close.
Okay, nicely done by Teddy there.
Very, very close. No, Wild Strike, we had a bingo season with Veilbreak, which Wild Strikes we always use on ADM. And Wild Strikes just destroys ADM. Like, it just annihilates them. And he got it. Most of the NPCs get pretty
destroyed. But especially ADM because he has no poise.
Yeah, especially, yeah.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I mean, this is, I'm on the edge of my seat here.
Yeah.
Watching this
They're both in the same cave now.
Yeah.
They're in the same
And
cave.
keep in mind, this match is for survival. This is a win or go home game in the losers bracket. The winner will advance to play Consta Sama, and the loser will be heading home. He's fighting the 4-time champion, Idrid Black Knight. Harv, why is Idrid the 4-time champion?
I died to him. I died to him 3 times. Okay? But apparently I died from like fall damage or something.
Well, you had to kill a night boss, and instead you ran to the Bloodhound Knight in Liurnia and died there.
Yeah, that's
doing the skip. So I gave that death to Idrid.
That is true. But again, guys, Iron Balls, Idrid. Come on now.
We have PK here as well as the Zamor. Sai is being careful about this. Switches to the America's Hammer, which I don't think I agree with the setup that he has.
I'd literally just stick with what you have.
Yeah.
What you've been using the entire time.
I mean, this is gonna be really good damage, but he took the time to switch. PK has a very weird doesn't get the stagger there. This is scary. For anyone who wondering what Sai got stuck on, PK has a very weird hitbox thing around him when he is idling.
Yeah, very, very weird hitbox.
And I mean, we see Teddy, who got to this fight after Sai, but just stuck with the cleavers, right?
Oh, if you greeted one more time, Teddy. If you just greeted, you would have got
Teddy
that.
had a much better, Teddy got to this duo after Sci-Fi and will get through it first.
Why did he stagger there? What the fuck?
He hit himself he can hit himself with his own fire.
Oh. I was like, wait, what? Oh, really? In an open field, he can hit himself? That's so funny.
Yeah, Teddy's playing much more aggressively here. Meanwhile, Sci-Fi is being a little bit more careful right through that dart to not aggro the Revenant. I think in the end that did work out for him, because the difference is that Sci-Fi has to warp after killing this boss, but Teddy has to run. Overall though, razor thin. Dectus on a Lanedale seed is worth about a boss.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not universally true. It depends on what the seed is and everything, but just based on running time.
Sai's got a small lead. Well, actually, right now, only with timer base, I feel right now.
Yeah, Sai has a very small lead.
Yeah, it's time based.
Teddy gets frostbit there. By the way, Sai does not do the skip down to the Godfrey Evergaol. We'll see if Teddy does.
I think Teddy's gonna grab this Grace. He needs to grab this Grace though first.
Oh yeah,
because he doesn't have this one.
I'm not sure if it is better to grab that. I normally grab Junction and run from Junction. Maybe this Grace is better, but I'm not sure.
Junction isn't too bad either, because you're just going down the hill, right? So it's
Yeah.
not that bad, honestly. Teddy does the same skip I do here.
Yeah, nice job by
down.
Teddy there. Oh, and this Invis Assassin.
Oh, Invis. Okay, this is huge. This is massive.
This is where you want Marika's Hammer Sai. Bold breaker.
Yeah. We're going to see who has the better strat here when it comes to Invis Assassin. Yeah, there it is. He's switching into the hammer.
Oh my God, Teddy's flying, dude.
Teddy flying through that.
I
Destroyed
literally
that
looked
boss.
over and it was over and it was done.
Oh
Holy
my God.
What a fight by Teddy.
He destroyed that boss so fast.
You know,
Sai
Sai just
can't-
looks dazed and confused, man. This is not
Yeah.
GG. That is not GG. There's still
No,
20
there's
minutes
still so much
left.
time. The only thing that Sai can't do, he shouldn't Memory of Grace out of here. This is a Mog. You think this is a Mog? Okay, it is going to be a Mog.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of time. That is time.
No, that is not trust me, that is not GG. That is a vast over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's still lots of
No,
time. Lots of
there's
time.
so much time left. That is a vast over reaction.
He does have the Grace by it too. The thing is, like, if he didn't have a Grace by Godfrey, that would be a bigger thing. But he's got a Grace there, so we can get down there fairly quickly. Ah, the regular assassin now. Good old Lianin. It's a 2-point game,
Yeah. And Sai has 40 seconds.
and he's got 40 seconds on this, which is at least a boss, I would say. Especially with these weapons.
Teddy also has to run up the left side of Altus too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a big moment for Sai, especially because Teddy had like the greatest invis assassin fight of all time. Right.
He destroyed that
I
boss.
literally was like, surely this will take a second. I'm gonna look at Sai for a second, then I'll look back over at Teddy, and then I was like, okay, nope, boss is dead. All right.
Yeah, I did not see that one coming at all. Morgott takes care of the rat.
I will
Very
say
nice.
though, Sai is not being aggressive. Sai could be more aggressive.
For his boss fights.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very nice. There's gonna be 2 quick boss fights here
For Teddy, yeah.
for Teddy. Yeah, we'll put him at 69. Nice.
Yeah, Teddy's Altus has been better for sure. No doubt about it.
Yeah. Oh, 2 misses. Yeah, the French, like, so what do you think is faster also, Who's when you go into a tunnel, jumping or taking the elevator?
The drop downs are faster typically, but like I'm talking tenths of a second and they're risky.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
like
yeah.
Forza doesn't do them. There you go.
Yeah, yeah. I just feel like it's a risk it's unnecessary, you know? I feel like it's an
I don't think so.
unnecessary risk.
Or sorry, you said necessary. You mean unnecessary? You meant unnecessary?
Yeah, and it's an
Yeah.
unnecessary risk, right? Taking the jumps down. You could just take the
All right, so Teddy has to go to this part of Altus. Meanwhile, Sci-Fi has this chain set up. There is the owns here.
yes. So it looks like he's gonna be doing Garunk into owns. He has to
Yeah.
be very careful with owns. Because that fight can also be stally as well. Like, it can be.
Yeah, because Teddy still has to do this left side of Altus, which does require a lot of running. Like you have to run here, go through the tunnel, run through Sanguine Noble, right?
Yeah.
Like there is a fair bit of running to go for Sai here.
Oh. Do you see what Teddy has in his head right now?
Oh, Firepot strat. Yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
some
the
people do
Firepot
this.
strat. Very interesting.
Sai takes down Garunk there, back to a 1-point game.
Oh, this is actually really good. Holy. Oh, and he missed.
But he
Oh,
missed.
he missed both. Okay, that was not worth it.
Yeah, that was not worth.
A lot worth the time.
Yeah.
What?
All right, it's back to a 2-point game. Sci-Fi's gonna run up on owns here. The other thing too is Sci-Fi has all of Dragonbarrow still.
Yeah, at some point he's gonna have to get out there. Right? But the thing is, like, they're also tanky. Like, they're not tanky. They're not hard bosses, but they're gonna be a little tanky.
It was pretty easy though with the only one with the which I can't imagine he just does that sunflower, just too high scaling. But with the
Yeah.
exception of the flower, like it was pretty easy. Like there were two watchdogs, I think maybe a red bear and a knight's calf, if my memory serves.
Yeah, it's a Knight's Cav, yeah. There you go. This is a strat that I would take for Olmze
Yeah.
right here. It's just
Yeah,
one-handed.
Yoda did piece up Sai a little bit there, but then the Empire struck back.
You mean the Empire?
I said the Empire, yes, the Empire
Oh,
struck back.
I
Yes.
thought you said the umpire. I was like, wait.
No, Empire.
baseball?
And Sai still has Rick. This is solitary, by the way. Great opening for Teddy.
I don't think Teddy's even done Rick yet, though.
Fair play.
Very nice. Very nice.
Very nice solitary. Yeah, that was super clean.
Yeah. Oh, well, they're both going.
They're both going Rick.
Here now,
Teddy's
so.
also going for Rick.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to even say what the comparison is though, because they have different things set up pre-Altus. Like Sci-Fi still has Dragonbarrow.
Yeah.
It can. God, it's just very unlikely. Like it can. I mean, normally you have to wait a little bit though. It can help reduce aggro. It's kind of like a last ditch effort before you have to Mog. Oh, and Sai also has Death Touched.
Oh, he hasn't done Death Touched yet. That's good. That's very, very good because Teddy has already finished Death Touch.
Yeah, they both have Lane L2.
Yeah, Lane will be 3 bosses.
Yeah, this is gonna be so close, man.
Yeah. Now the question is, does Sai ever go back to Godfroy at this point?
No.
You don't, right? You don't even touch that.
No,
boss.
not with. There are too many other better checks remaining. If you're not good at that Invis Assassin. Sci-Fi having troubles mogging there.
Yeah, Morgoth Replacement is a very important boss because you'll get 2 bosses in one. We're gonna see Bellum Church here, Bellum Highway.
Yeah, Bellum Knights
for
Cav.
Teddy. Because he has not finished that one either. And then at some point, I expect Teddy to go to Wormface. God's gonna Apostle, Wormface. Better safe than sorry for Teddy here.
No, that's horrible RNG for Sai.
Oh no. Plassy going into the air.
Yeah, that's terrible. Dude, I don't know why he drank his physic, man. That was such a waste. He drank his physic and that cost him.
Oh.
That cost him a fair amount of time.
Yeah.
Teddy has both a troll and a Miranda flower. Miranda goes down.
Oh yeah, Sai hasn't done the Rockview balcony or anything.
By the way, obviously there was the death for Teddy, but Teddy's PB was 77. So he is potentially going to PB today.
Yeah. All right, now he's doing the Everjail.
Sai denies the
Very
warp
nice
there.
by Sai. Very, very nice. At least time to just be safe and do Godric earlier. I would say 10
I
minutes
go
is
early,
a little,
but yeah, I mean,
yeah.
and that could be the decider in this game, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I hope it's not, but let's say it's Fia's champs, hypothetically, at Morgoth. If one of them decides to go sooner and the other decides to go later, right, and misses out on Morgoth, 2 points, game.
Yeah. Oh, this is going to be really fast for Teddy. Huge right there.
Yeah, great fight for Teddy. Talia, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in. Second Dectus half was in Stillwater Cave, single clean at night in Liurnia. Welcome in, Raiders, by the way. We are in the final 10 minutes here of this exciting DRL match between psiphicode and Teddy59C. These players have been like neck and neck this entire game.
Yes.
Yeah, it's 2
close.
points because they didn't kill Margit, because when you kill Morgott, Margit dies.
Very nice.
Inside gets the O'Neal kill.
So now the question becomes, where does Sai go now?
I think Dragonbarrow. Oh, he's going
Oh,
Magworm.
okay, still,
Okay.
still has to do Magworm. That's good. That's good.
Oh, Teddy's in trouble.
Oh,
Teddy's in
Teddy's
trouble
in
here.
trouble. Okay. Oh.
Oh,
Okay, he's good.
he's good. He's good. He's good.
Yeah, he's got boluses as well, just in case. Oh, that was close. Whenever you see a hand, oof.
Yes. I think at this point Teddy does have the lead. Teddy has about a minute on Sai, I think.
Yeah.
Depends on what checks they have left in the chamber. Teddy goes
Oh,
to Capital
He's
now.
going lane down. Yeah, he's going capital now. This could also be huge too, because this branch can be evil. I just want to say,
Yeah.
this branch can be very evil.
Like, charge him, Sai. Sorry, I've been doing some coaching with Sai about him being more aggressive.
Yeah, no, you got to be
Yeah.
as aggressive as you can for these guys.
And,
Teddy doing a little cleanup.
yeah. And Sai
2
also
dogs.
going
Oh, yeah, it's fine.
Capital now. Red Bear.
Okay. All that damage.
Very nice kill from Teddy there.
Very, very nice. Go and get a grace something fast. You would want to get the Morgott grace like right before. Like you want to get the Queen's Chamber if you're gonna end up doing that. But yeah, you could
Yeah, you
like
could
go
do
out,
that.
get 1 kill and then come back in because you still have 5 minutes, right? You could do one of your other checks that you still have left at this point. But it looks like Teddy will be killing Morgott because he uses physic now, so I think he's gonna go straight through. But yeah,
The physic for Sai on Plassie, which cost him 20 seconds or so, was such a waste.
yeah,
Because Plassie triggers the second you enter the arena, and he cannot fly for a little bit.
Yes.
Right. And he had enough time to DPS him down, but he chose to drink his physic after entering the fog gate. Right. And then he didn't have time to get the DPS before Plassie flew.
very nice. Gillica, easy boss. This is the longest part now, chat. This is the part where you have to talk to Melina. It takes her sweet ass time with it. And Sai grabbing the grace as well.
And leveling?
No, he's leaving.
Oh no, he's warping out. This is a mistake. He's going. I know where he's going.
Stormfoot, right?
Yeah.
Or Storm, whatever it's called.
This
He is
check
doing the thing that Lark said.
This
but
check
getting
is
the grace.
long,
I get
though.
it.
This check is
I know
long.
Yeah, he's not gonna get any Dragonbarrow. I don't. Think,
Yeah, I think he should have gone Dragonbarrow.
And how it comes Stillwater. This is where he's gonna get his Nectus half and think about like, oh my
Yeah.
god, Nectus half.
Yeah, the
Jumps.
invis killed his pace, and also he just has, in my opinion at least, not made the correct decisions here with his final bosses, right? Because the Dragonbarrow was quick. The Dragonbarrow, like outside of that Sunflower, the other 4 bosses in Dragonbarrow were very quick, right?
Oh, we see Teddy going into the pit.
Bosses
I don't think
are
there's anything
fine
crazy.
now. Our enemies are fine so far.
Yeah, there's really nothing. It wasn't like yesterday. That shit was crazy.
Yeah.
Teddy has beat his PB, by the way.
Yeah, obviously with a death, so there's an asterisk next to it, but
Yeah.
you know, did beat his PB, which is very impressive for Teddy. Definitely has elevated his game here in the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
Sai now going back
Very
to
nice.
Morgott. Yeah, I think Sai's mismanaged the end game here. If you're gonna do this,
okay.
you need to. If you're gonna do what he did, you need to push it even more, I think.
So that puts him. This is gonna put him at 7. So he can't escape till probably around 158, I would say, at this point, most likely, because he has to go to the wall, talk to the wall, come back, talk to Melina.
Yeah, I
So
think this is
probably around
over because Sai
158.
has to get to 80. I don't think Sai
Yeah.
can even get to 80.
Because this will put him at 78. As long as Teddy doesn't get memed here.
Yeah, that's also assuming that Teddy gets memed and doesn't get a kill, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you can't leave Sai. You have to talk to Melina.
I mean, a fantastic pace and very well played by both players, but at the end of the day,
Yeah,
I mean,
both
Teddy
players.
was just better, and massive congrats to Teddy too, because like on paper, Sai was the much faster player based on previous results, right? Like Sci-Fi beat
But, like-
him 8-0 in the qualifiers, right? In terms of the head-to-head, right?
You
But-
even look at Sai's like number. He's at 78. Like that's not any.
they both played incredibly well, but at the end of the day,
Yeah.
I mean, Teddy was just better the performance, granted the death, but like the performance of a lifetime from Teddy, right?
Yeah, like it's both these players played so good. Like it's crazy how good these players played. And here comes this is the skip, isn't it? You were talking about.
Yeah. Oh, this is a different version of it. I actually know this version though. This one's
This one
easier.
seems a lot safer.
It is.
Yeah. I think that's fine. Yeah, it's just torrent dying. That should be
Yeah.
fine. The question is, can he kill this boss in 50 seconds?
Sai has to get to 81. Like
Yeah,
whether
Sai-
Teddy gets this kill or not, it's over for Sai.
Yeah. What a game.
Yeah, what a game.
What a
and
freaking
really,
game.
like, I mean, Sci-Fi played well. Like, Sci-Fi played, obviously the death of the star, but other than that, like, he played
Rest of his
well.
seed was so good.
Right? But
Yeah.
Teddy was just, I mean, like I said,
Honestly-
the best performance that we've seen from him, right?
Yeah.
When he absolutely needed it. And massive congratulations to Teddy.
The big I think the big turning point was probably the assassin.
Yeah, I did feel like Sci-Fi
Right.
was ahead, and then after that assassin, right, Teddy gets the point, and Sci-Fi lost so much time. Like that was probably like a 2.5-3 minute swing there. right?
Yeah.
And Sci-Fi was just not able to recover.
So 80 for Teddy. It's his first 80. Amazing plays.
And that'll be 79 for Psy, but not enough, man.
Not enough.
Huge congrats to both players. And also Sci-Fi was I mean, his PB was an 82, so close to PB, but
yeah,
you know, second best performance, right?
Yeah.
But you know, at the end of the day, it's a 1v1 and Teddy was better, man. Like I'm very impressed with Teddy's performance here today. And you know, he is now the lowest seed to advance to the top 16, right? The number 28 seed in the qualifiers advancing to the top 16, right? And this was a performance worthy of, you know, being a Cinderella in this event, right? You know, so far I would say the shoe fits for Teddy. The question is, how far can he keep it going, man? How far can he get this Cinderella story to go? That's the question, right? He has a big match coming up now against Consta. These are 28 and 29 seed, by the way. 28 and 29. No, not 28. 28 and 20. Oh, 28 and 20.
Oh, 28 and 20. Sorry. Yeah. 28 and 20. That's still huge.
Yeah, if you compare, meanwhile, like I play ENSG where it's 1 versus 9, but you know what? Like we're here, right? Yeah, and you know, massive congrats to Teddy, man.
Yeah.
I will message. Yeah, the Invis Assassin kill really was the difference, man. It really was the difference.
I honestly didn't think that it was going to be that much, but him staying there for that long period of time. Yeah.
All right, I just sent a DM to the players inviting them if they want to do a post-match interview. They are more than welcome to. Obviously, they are not required to, but hell of a game from both of our players. And also, this is another point in favor of those who started in the losers bracket, as the top 16 seeds who lost in the first round going up against those who were coming from losers, right? 5 and 3 in favor of those coming from the losers bracket. Here, and I think Sci-Fi's here for an interview, so let's pull him in. Welcome in, Sci. Welcome in.
Welcome in,
hello.
GG's, man.
Thank you.
I mean, you played well. You played great, dude. It was I mean, Teddy, the performance of a lifetime from Teddy, dude.
Yeah, like, I see that. Yeah, I like I mean, I lost fair and square. I like just outscored. Like the early death was insane. Like,
dude, the way that you kept your composure after that was impressive. Like that was something. You getting it done at like you dying at the start, but keeping it going and getting that 79 is massive. Like that's massive.
It was pretty embarrassing because I was like, I'm putting on a show for America, and I go and I just instantly die. I was like, shit. Way to start the match.
Well, I speak for all the stars, the stripes, and our 51st state in Canada. We are all very proud of you, Sai. And despite the loss, you represented us very well, and we appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, I guess Teddy played really well. How did Teddy die?
Greeting to an avatar. The avatar at
Smorag.
At Smorag, yeah. The greed got to him.
He got hit by the start of Golden Lands, and then he got hit by the actual explosion on Golden Lands, and then he got hit by one of like the hits, but then he also got rotted. So it was just all bad. He tried to go for the stagger, and then it went all haywire after that.
Was my stream just like choppy this whole time, or what?
For the second half.
It just started chopping again, but there was like 15 minutes or whatever, 20 minutes where it was kind of choppy.
It's like when you got to Altus, really. Like that part when you got to Altus.
That's lame. Yeah, I probably should have just closed OBS and reopened it when I did stop stream and restart it, but...
Yeah.
But, yeah. Well, it is...
Anyways, yeah, I mean... It sucks to get knocked out, honestly. Like, very unfortunate. I kind of felt like I would have been the favorite going into this, just like off of seeding and everything. And I felt like the seed was very good for, like the way I've practiced, like dual jump weapons, Raptor's Talons, Claw Talisman.
Dude, yeah, the fact that you guys got both of those.
Like having all of those tools, like I felt like, okay, this is like one for me to win, right? And I guess, like, I don't know, I feel like I still played fine. It's just like I had a huge time loss actually the way I died, even.
Yeah, also the Invis Assassin was a massive turning point. You were probably ahead slightly going into that. You guys both went there at about the exact same time. Teddy fucking flew through it.
I think his Invis Assassin took about 5 seconds, I think, maybe 6.
Yeah, maybe if I had headphones, it would be a different experience for me, but I can't hear them, so I have to go off of sight. And I just could not see it. Like, the floor wasn't good. Like, I don't know. I don't really like that boss in the first place, but...
Yeah. But you had the smart idea to use the Mercur's Hammer, though. Because we were calling that out.
Yeah. It was all right. But yeah, I mean... GG's to Teddy. Like, he played well, I guess. Like, he crushed it. Ripped an 80. Dragonbarrow was also pretty unfortunate, like, it being the Shadow Tree avatar to start.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what Teddy's routing is like. I never, like, looked into how they played the game, but that was pretty devastating.
Yeah, Dragonbarrow was an interesting... Because you didn't check what the other bosses were, right?
Yeah.
You never actually went out there.
No.
Yeah. Because it was like Knight's Cav... What was I think
it I can't remember exactly what Bridge Girl was. I think it was a Knight's Cav, but I'm not.
Bridge Girl
100%.
was Knight's Cav. I don't know.
Then
what
it was. I think it was Knight's Cav's Red Bear Double Watchdog.
Yeah.
Like the rest of Dragonbarrow was pretty chill, right? So I think that was a turning point for sure. Like
I just didn't want to run past the avatar because it kicks the vines at you.
Yeah. Yeah, there is a chance for that for sure. There is a chance for that.
Yeah,
those vines can hit you off torrent, and then they can also bleed you while you're on the ground, right?
Yeah.
So that's a risk you don't want to take.
And Teddy's interviewing with the French, but I was curious, right? Like, because Teddy played ultra aggressive today. I wonder if that was something that he felt like he needed to, or just practicing more for the the matches, right, rather than the qualifiers, because yeah, I mean, he threw caution to the wind a lot of the time, and obviously had the one mistake, but his pace was fantastic, right?
Yeah
but he didn't get into alt, like he didn't have double Deathless. You had the double Deathless. You got into Altus. I think you getting into Altus was a big one too, first, because he had to go backwards from Lindell. Because he didn't do Stillwater for a long time.
See.
I mean, yeah, you played very well, but it was just, one of those days where, you're obviously, your opponent has, an insane run, right? And you can play great, and sometimes it just is what it is, right? But you should be very proud of your performance, and especially in DRL as a whole. Obviously, like, coming in as the number 7 seed, also, what a fantastic co-commentator you are. What cinema you gave us with the walkout. You're
that was awesome.
In many ways, one of the hearts and soul, a big part of the heart and soul of this league, right? And no result changes that, right? So yeah, you should be very proud of everything you've done, man. And any final words before I thank the viewers and then get back to and then do my own practice?
Yeah, no, just thank you. Those very kind words. I mean, I put a lot into this. I practice every day for like 6 hours a day for like a month. So, I mean, I tried my best. I put everything into it, and sometimes you just don't win, and that's life. But I'm still happy to follow DRL, watch the rest of the matches, cheer on my friends, competitors, and be a part of the cinema. the if I have the heart of the people, I can't let them down. You know, we can't get depressed. We gotta stay happy and just lock in. So, thank you. I hope you all enjoyed the match. And Ooze, you gotta take it all the way for me now, dude. You gotta carry on the hope of igniting.
Hey, I'm going one game at a time, but I'll try my best.
No, you
If
killed
anybody
it,
can
Sai.
do it, it's you, man.
You killed it. You killed it in this tournament. I'm very proud of how far you made it. Getting to this point is hard enough with how many people are in this tournament, and you getting into the top 32 is massive, honestly. And I know how much work you put into it, and trying to learn as much as you possibly can when it comes to this game. And I'm very, very proud of how far you made it.
Thank you.
And I do want to give a massive shout out to Sci-Fi, Harv, and of course Teddy. Please, if you can, all these guys, gave of their time to be here today, and worked very hard to prepare for these matchups. So please, if you can, drop them a follow. I can't spell, but please drop them a follow. It's the least you can do. Just takes a quick second, and all three of them really appreciate it. And I do just want to say thank you guys so much for watching the broadcast. I have my game coming up on Monday. I believe that is, let me double check here, but I believe that, yeah, so there are no matchups tomorrow, but we have 2 games on Monday. Mr. Dr. Raven versus Serious Challenges, and myself versus ENSG Master. So I'm going to be preparing for that match, and I'll be doing some practice. So yeah, I just want to say thank you so much to all of you guys for watching. It means the world to all of us associated with DRL, players, commentators, Forsa, and others. The experience would not be the same without each and every one of you. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys so much. Love you all. And I will be back in just a little bit with some practice here. So thank you all so much. Bye.